anything anyway.
And he's been known to push his own products hard.
So you gotta get your mom involved, get your dad involved, get your family members to buy Cardone University.
Perspective number 3, as far as investments, what do you feel is your top 3 safest investments?
Real estate, and real estate.
Got it. Love it.
And over time, these things have made him seem untrustworthy and scammy, ultimately hurting his reputation. But if you can look past the random comments and resist the sales pitch, this video has some of the best financial advice I've ever heard. And that's because in this video, Grant lays out the truth on what it takes to achieve passive income starting from zero. Grant says your goal should be to make more money every month from a passive source than you do at your day job. Not only does this give you freedom, but it actually motivates you even more to become wealthier. This video changed the way I look at money forever and has been something I've followed for over 3 years. So let's dive in.
So number one thing you got to do is this. You got to change the target, and you need to look at the target daily. The target, you have the wrong target right now. If you're struggling, you have the wrong target. When you change the target, everything changes. So your first target should be $10 million and nothing short of that.
Freedom is the target. I couldn't agree more, but I don't think the target should be $10 million. It should be $5 million. I came up with that number based on the 4% rule. There are many studies done on this rule, but in short, you can take roughly 4% of your total investment portfolio as income each year and repeat that every year and never run out of money. So if your target is $5 million, then you can pool $200,000 a year as income every year for the rest of your life, which I think the majority of people would consider freedom. But if you don't like this target, set one for yourself. Think about how much income you would need to never work again and divide it by 4%. This will give you your freedom number, completing step 1. For step 2, I'm going to lose most of my viewers, and that's because it's difficult to do, especially if you haven't been good at saving in the past. But if you can wrap your head around step 2 and actually achieve it, then it'll be impossible to be broke.
Number 2, you need to get your income to a place. This is a fascinating concept right here. Okay, if you can do this, I guarantee you'll be rich. You need to get your income not to what pays your bills, but to where you can save 40% of your gross income is saved. Okay, now you want to talk about something difficult? This is way more difficult than that. If you can do this, you will get that. All right, so when you sit down and do the math, what would it take for you to save 40% of your income? If you make $10,000 a month and you want to save $40,000 of it, you would pay yourself first. The government doesn't let you do that. They don't trust you. They're like, no, get that money from him first before he blows it. We know he's going to blow it. Okay? We know the IRS is going to they're going to withhold probably $4,000 of it. So look, if you'll pay the freaking IRS $4,000 of 10, you need to figure out how to pay yourself $4,000. What's the problem here? You got to live on 2. This is the math you need to do with your spouse. You need to keep working it out until you're like, he's like, let's go buy a new car. Yeah, we ain't got any money for a new car. That's why when I was 35 years old, no one knew that I was a millionaire. I'm driving a Camry with $1 million in the bank. Let's kick this up to 20 grand. At 20 grand, what happens? You're saving 8. Storage. You're paying 8. And now you can live on 4. See, now this is the right way to do a budget. You make 30,000. 12's going to storage, 12's going to the IR and the S, and that leaves you with 6. So now you can start seeing, dude, you got to be somewhere north of 300 grand a year. This is what they don't teach you at Harvard. You got to be somewhere north of 360 a year before you even have money to live on. The real problem is income.
I know you had one of 2 reactions from this clip. The first reaction is pure anger, because society has programmed us to be offended when someone tells us to go out and make more money. But let me remind you, UPS drivers are now making $170,000 per year. The second reaction is a more positive reaction that will light a fire under you that you've never felt before. Up until this video, I always thought $200,000 was a huge income. Now I realize that it's not that much at all, which sounds ridiculous, I know. But because of this mindset shift, when I got my first job making $55,000 per year, I picked up a side job bartending. I knew that I would need to find a way to make at least $100,000. If you accept this rule like I did, it motivates you to make more money, which is why I didn't mind working 80 hours a week. There are too many people on the internet that talk about finance and only talk about saving and cutting back. No one talks about making more money. If you can achieve the 40% rule, then like Grant says,
if you can do this, I guarantee you'll be rich.
Then the heavy lifting is over and step 3 and 4 are where it gets fun, because it's the beginning of pure passive income.
My name is Tyler.